Hello everyone, Sam is here from myfirstmagicwave.com. I'm making this video for one of my old subscriber, Peter. Hi. So I'm making this video only to answer because your question is pretty long here, right? So I can't write that much to answer your question, but I'm just joking. But just wanted to show you because I cannot explain in writing, right? So your concern here, as I can understand, that Aussie dollars keep going up, and if you would have gone long in Euro Aussie and Pound Aussie, you will be losing money. Like you said here, the money to sell the Aussie and buy the pound and would now be losing, right? Now this is your concern, and I understand, but you overlooked the video. So let me go back and show you the charts. Why would you go long when you don't even have a setup? You understand? This is the beauty of this strategy. So let's go back and see. This is we know that Aussie dollar was going up, right? So and then means it was getting strong, and Euro Aussie and Pound Aussie, instead of going up, they were going down. But to go long, we need a long setup. And to go short, we need a short setup. What is long setup? Long setup is the ideal setup is right there, right? See this one? When the price is above the wave, right, and coming into the wave, especially in between this yellow and black line, and this indicator is all the way down. Or at least, like in this situation, at least this is a little risky, but it is also good as long as we know that we are bouncing from a strong area. That if the price has made a higher, for the long, condition is for the long, is that the higher low, much higher low, when the indicator is all the way down, and it is start to go up and posting blue candles, right? Even though it is a little bit below the wave, that's fine, perfectly fine. But the ideal is this. But you can take this one, but especially when you're expecting an up move, right? So when I said that Euro Aussie and Pound Aussie long, really, let's go take a look at that. If they gave us any one of these situation to go long at all. Okay, let's go take a look at the Euro Aussie, because it is must that you follow the strategy. Okay, so now the Aussie start right here, even, right? If to go long here, you still need to understand that, see, this is lower low, right? To go long, you need a higher low when the indicator is down. So you can't take this long, right? And after that, you can see here, even if you took, let's say, for example, this one, because it was a higher low, but that was way back then. It's like on the 29, and I made the chart after, I think it was like 30. Or 29 or 30. So we were making a turn here, and then we immediately drop below the wave. So there is no way that you can take the long. This long is not good, because you just made the lower low, and after that is just all lower low. This long you cannot take because it's way below the wave, right? This is the low. Actually, the short setup, it was valid. This is a perfectly valid short setup. And this is a perfectly valid short setup. So this pair never gave us a chance to go long whatsoever. It was giving actually us short setup, right? And remember, in my last video, if you look at it, I said that yesterday that I made the video, that even if my analysis is on the other side, and then when the volume time comes and the news comes the opposite direction, that you automatically you know that this thing is going to go the opposite direction. And if you find a setup in the opposite direction, instead of going long, you end up finding a short setup in the London session, you should take it. In this case, you should have taken this one and this one. Not long, short, right? Because it's obviously completely short. What happened? The news came out and the Aussie index start going up. So the whole game changes, right? Similarly, Pound Aussie, why would you go long when, let's go take a look at the Pound Aussie. That's why I left this pair behind and I went to the US dollar pairs, right? Where it went my way, and then I found all long set, not all, but a couple of Euro-USD newsy long and nicely USD yen and USD CAD short. Now here you look at pound Aussie. Where do you see a long setup? You see, it was all along dropping down. It's 129, right? See, so it came down. This was a short setup. This is a short setup. This is a short setup. If you don't want to take a short setup because I said so, it says okay, no problem. I will wait for long. All right, this thing is going up. Oh my God, it's gonna go up here and then give me a long setup above the wave, and I'm gonna take it, but it dropped. You're like, all right, next. Okay, this one probably gonna give, but it dropped. So basically, you watching the pair, you had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 entries, and all were short. Now this is the first time, as you can see. Let me show it to you. This news here, what happened? Aussie news, 7:30, expected 0.6, came up 0.5, bad. China news, which affects Aussie dollar, right? Expected 49.5, 48.3, bad. Now it's moving to the downside. Talking about Aussie index, right? If I have it here, okay, 15-minute chart. You see, it started to come down, right? Not big, because it's very bad volume time. So it started to come down. If it continue, don't you think that we're gonna have long setup here? It is already going up, right? And it's probably gonna go up here and then dip into this yellow line. Well, the indicators all the way down, and if it start to go up again, that would be a long setup. Okay. Similarly here, pound Aussie. Look, see, right now is no time to trade. This is, I don't want to touch anything unless it's Frankie Open and London Open when the volume comes in. And it's, this could be a good entry because after the news, it bounced from here. Right? What is the level here? Oh, come on, man. 18009. 18009, where it is on pound Aussie, got a weekly chart, and you see 8009 right there. Okay, so 8009, this is where it came and it bounced, right? It went up and came down, indicators all the way down, but it stopped here. This support held, and it started to go up, and you know that the news is there. Actually, it's a bad news for Aussie. So Aussie is probably gonna get weaker, right? But that was this bounce actually was before the news. The news came out later, but this is almost like my time is 5 o'clock. News was at 7:30, right? So now is the game start here. Maybe you see the crossover is already there, but do you see the cross at all the way here? No, right? So from here it's all down, and this black and red, not red, yellow line, the thin black line, not this one, these two, right? So we got the crossover already. So now it is making a long scenario. Okay, it's turning long. So now 40-minute chart, you see, what do you see is that if you pull the fib all the way from there to there, it is very nicely bouncing. It hasn't touched yet, but from very close, 61%, and this big number, 79.93. Where is 79.93? Right there. Okay, so this is also a big number. So it is bouncing from there and going to the upside, and it is a pretty big drop, right? So maybe it's gonna start going up, and you will see in the London session, if just out of the blue, I don't know if there is a news schedule for pound. Aussie already has its stake, it's getting weaker because bad news, right? If pound get any good news, let's go take a look quickly if we have any pound news schedule. Later on, 4:30 pound, and it says 54.2, expected 53.5, bad. But what if it comes out equal or a little better? The pound is going to get strong. And Aussie news we have bad, and it's getting weaker. And we have a very good chance of pound Aussie bouncing then. So wait and see. Now before that, 350, 345, even 245, we have Euro news. and you see the euro here 49.249, and couple of news here 51.250, 49, almost the same. They're expecting the same, not weaker. Okay, this one 1.6, 1.4. This is 1. Okay, so yeah, very neutral euro news, right? So maybe the news comes out, and after that euro start getting strong, right? So we will wait and see as it is. Aussie start to get weaker already. If it continue, you're gonna see long setup, and then you take it. You understand? And when you take, you have 25 pip SL, period. If it hits, that's fine. You could be wrong one time, two times, but not all the time. So whenever you write, just let it run. And usually what happens is that you in these pairs you can easily they go 100 pip, 150 pip easy, right? So even if you're wrong a couple of times, it will recover and make you some money easily. But you have to play by the rules. That's why I do webinar and I teach. And by the way, I have this Telegram thing open as well. See this one here? So here I time to time post my chart, heads up, like for example here USD index is bearish. I posted it yesterday, right? Early in the morning, I guess. USD index is bearish on 20-minute, and EUR-USD is making a long on 20-minute. And I took it, and I showed you the trade, right? And if you forgot, where's that trade? Let me show you again. That was this one. You see, EUR-USD. It was making a setup. I posted there that it's making a long setup, and I myself took it, and it went up. Similarly, here you see yen index dropping means all yen pair gonna go down. So I took USD yen short, and right now I have earlier I took pound yen, and right now again I have another entry in pound yen going down. Okay, so you have a big support here where I'm posting all my the charts and heads up also whenever I can. Not all the time. I'm not there all the time, but whenever I'm awake and I'm active at the computer, I start and I see something, I post here. So it will be like a big help. Okay, so you would know what to do, and you can email me and I can come here and answer you that. Right now, for example, I posted here, see, Aussie news at 7:30 and China news 8:45. Both were bad in favor of the USD weakness. So USD is getting weaker, and I'm watching them, both pairs. And obviously, Aussie yen, I'm interested to go short, so I'm watching that as well. And I have put my alarm on them, both of them, all three of them. And when the alarm beeps, I'll just come and see and take the trade. So this is how you play the game. You can't lose if you play by the rule. Like I said, if I say Euro Aussie should bounce, and immediately you just blindly open the trade, that is dangerous. We must have a setup to take it. I see it went from here to here, and I didn't go long. Why? Because there was no setup. So when it comes down here, and then this indicator was all the way down, and this was a nice setup, go long. This was, if you missed this one, you could have taken this one and went up, right? Similarly, if you look at the newsy USD, this was a beautiful setup, which I missed. Okay, this was not, because it made a lower low. We need a higher low to go long. This was a perfect higher low after the news. Big nice trade from here, which I missed, but I got the second entry. If you missed this one, you could have taken this one. There's a lot of opportunities out there when you're playing by the rules. Similarly, if you look at the USD yen, black and yellow crossover already happened, and then the price went up there, but it made the lower high to go short. Indicators all the way up, and I'm expecting USD weakness and yen strength. Everything is aligned. Take the trade, put your SL here, and when it goes down here below this low here, move your SL to break even. That's it. Okay, and after that, you're not even in the risk. You are in the risk early, 20-25 pip. That's it. And after that, it's risk free. Okay, and similarly, look at the CAD. Did I bother going short here? No, I do a lot of times. Once you build your confidence, you can do that. But even if you don't, you just play by this my alarm, then forget about this. If you miss all that, who cares? Isn't it not enough, this one? 110 pip. So your alarm will start beeping right here. You could have taken this one and then hold on to it. The SL is in the back and never hit, and you went down. You understand? So this is how, if you play by the rule, if you understand, and don't worry, just sign up and you will see, in my webinar, you will learn how to take the entries. I have a couple of videos which shows how to take entries from 20-minute chart using my, alarm and everything. So I'm going to, give it to you. You can watch them and learn, and you can always email me and ask me. And every other day I do the webinar anyway. Join the webinar, ask me the question, whatever you don't understand. The idea is that you learn the business, how to trade, and find out. Always know where the market is going and what a pair is doing. Always know exactly. Read the pair, read it, and then get For example, Aussie, it was all about that going down, but it went up because of the fundy. So nobody knows what kind of fundy we're gonna get, right? For example, now I'm expecting that Aussie is going to drop and Euro-Aussie and Pound Aussie may go up. But what about Pound? Very bad news. And boom, Pound Aussie is going to drop. Even though Aussie is getting weaker, Pound will get more weaker and take the pair down. Then what are you going to do? So nobody knows. Technical is one thing, but we all depend on the fundies. So after the fundy, you see what happens. So right now, example, the fundy, I got the fundies and I start putting this, okay, this is what it is. Aussie news bad, China news bad. China is connected to Aussie dollar. So it's going to hurt the Aussie dollar, and Aussie dollar is going to get weaker. And we saw that Aussie dollar is all the way up and it's ready to drop. And if that drop, we're going to have a bounce in Pound Aussie and Euro Aussie. So I'm looking for them, and a couple of other Aussie pairs. Aussie CAD, for example, I'm looking for to go short there if I can find a proper setup. The alarm is on and I'm waiting. Okay, so I hope that I made a long video and explained in detail, because I'm gonna send out this video to everyone else and make it public so that everybody can, these questions coming in, and then I better give the answer in detail so that God knows how many other people have the same question in their mind. Everybody will get answered. Okay, so I just hope that I clear your concern, and if you still have concern, ask me and I'll make another video. I love to make videos anyway. So this is it for now, and I hope you a very, very wonderful weekend, which is coming after a day, right? So bye for now, and see you probably in my webinar Sunday. Okay, all right, bye.